Hello and welcome back to PGSN. I am Boston Harding here with
Zane Grothy.
And we are here for today's coverage of the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Riverton Silverwolves. As Zane starts dying, today's matchup against the Pleasant Grove Vikings and the Riverton Silverwolves, as I apologize, our scoreboard is not being updated. I promise it's not on me this time, unlike last game. It is kind of on me, but I apologize. The logo is not changing.
As we are going to mute for the Pledge of Allegiance.
National Anthem.
Not the Pledge of Allegiance, sorry.
Welcome back, and starting on the mound for the Vikings, we have Mason Hawk Henry, number 24. What are some of your expectations about this game, Zane, as Pleasant Grove going to this 8-1 and Riverton being 7-2 or 6-2?
6-2, I believe. I mean, Pleasant Grove 8-1 being so dominant. I believe, our only game that we lost was against Mountain Ridge, I think.
I believe so.
It was the game at BYU where we lost, and I believe we only lost by 2. So that's literally our only loss. Other than that, Pleasant Grove has played so good. But honestly, I expect a lot of power hits. I expect this team to get the ball in play like a majority of the time. Just because going back, like if you literally look at any of the streams, they're so good at getting the ball in play, especially CJ. CJ Anderson is like if there's someone on base and CJ Anderson's up to bat, you can expect that person to come in and score pretty much.
Most of the time, I agree, yeah. First pitch ball. And up to bat, we have number 7, Steen Monzingo, and that is driven to left field and fouled off. Now a 1-1 count. Now the 1-1 count to Stein. That is strike number 2. Two now. Almost hitting him in the head. Now a full count, 3-2. That is hit and fouled off towards the right. That is strike 3 looking. Strikeout number 1 for Mason Henry. Now up to bat, we have number 4 for Riverton, Gage Woods. First pitch, hit just off the third baseline, going into left field. That stays fair. Gage going 2, and that is a double off of pitch number 1 for Gage Woods. Now up to bat, we have number 19 for the Wolves, Cohen Allred. First pitch low and outside, ball 1. That is hit up high to the right. Called by the right fielder. Throw it into third. Holds the runner at 2 and picks up an out for the Vikings. Now to bat, we have number 34, Bryce Montanier. First pitch strike. 0-1 count to start. Picks off the runner at second, not in time. That is outside. Ball gets away from the catcher, which will bring Gage Woods to the third base. Now a 1-1 count. Bryce in a good spot to get Gage Woods in at home for the first point of the game. That ball will go to the first baseman, who will get the third out. Run will not count because of that, and that will bring the bottom of the first. Still no scores or no runs scored for Riverton off of, I believe, 2 hits. Anything you have to say about the top of the first inning, Zane?
Mason Henry having an amazing pitching performance. I mean, we've seen him. This is our second time we've seen him pitch. He pitched in the St. George in the Red Rock tournament. I don't remember what game, but I know he pitched. But Mason Henry having an amazing performance, and from what I'm hearing, it sounds like he got committed to ASU for his pitching, and obviously he just got 3 outs there, which is huge for the Vikings as, yeah, I'm so out of it. Holy.
Up to bat first, we have number 11, Nash Bennett, going to be followed by number 8, Drew Smith. First pitch outside, ball 1. Second pitch down and away, ball 2. Third pitch inside. Strike number 1. That is fouled off the right side of the first baseline. Now a full count, 3-2. He is hit by pitch going to first, which will bring up Drew Smith, number 8. And then following Drew Smith, we will have number 1, RJ Wilson. First pitch, that is hit to the right, going foul. That is high, ball 1. Now a 1-1 count to Drew. That is hit through a hole going into left field, which will be a single for Drew Smith, bringing up
RJ Wilson. RJ shows bunt and pulls away for ball number 1. As RJ Wilson a really good position here. Runners on first and second with 0 outs. RJ straight to right field, as that's going to bring in Nash Bennett, bring Drew Smith to third, and give RJ Wilson a single. As an amazing hit from RJ Wilson, bringing in a run.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 22, CJ.
Now up to bat number 22, CJ Anderson, going to be followed up by number 37, Brad Farr. CJ also being one of the best hitters on this team, with runners in scoring position on first being Drew Smith, number 8. Second pitch down for ball 1, now a 1-1 count.
As RJ Wilson on first and Drew Smith on third.
It is hit fouled on the right side, now a 1-2 count. That is popped up, going foul. That is hit center field. Center fielder tracking, catching it, picking up the first out, bringing in Drew Smith on an RBI.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 37, Brad Farr.
Brad Farr, number 37, now up to bat. Pleasant Grove having an amazing start, coming out of the bottom of the first. 2 runs with only 1 out on the board with a runner on first. Cut and a miss for Brad Farr. Throw down to second. Not in time, as I believe the second baseman there dropped the ball. That would be a stolen base for
RJ Wilson.
Just have to give him the cue. Another cut and a miss, 0-2 count to Brad. Foul tipped, keeping Brad alive. That is fouled and drilled to left field. cut and a miss for strike 3. Out number 2 for Pleasant Grove. Now up to bat, we have number 12, Noah Brady.
As Noah Brady takes strike number 1. As RJ Wilson still on second. As time is called. As following Noah Brady, we have Mason Henry. Noah swings straight to right field and gets above the first baseman as RJ is on his way home, and RJ is going to get another run for number 3 for the Vikings, making it a 3-1 game, 3-0 game, as I forgot that the first run that Riverton scored did not count.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 24, Mason.
As now batting number 24, Mason Henry, the pitcher for today's game for the Vikings as well. As that hit is fouled back for strike number 1 for Mason Henry. As following Mason Henry, we'll have Nash Clement, number 6. As Mason Henry takes strike number 2 to make it an 0-2 count. As Noah Brady is stealing second, as that is strike number 3 for Mason Henry, as that is going to be also out number 3 for the Vikings, as honestly it looked a little bit confusing as the umpire didn't really call anything there.
That was a drop third strike.
Oh,
So
I got confused for a second because, yeah.
yeah, Mason swung, catcher dropped it, and because who was on base? Was it
Noah
Brady? Because he started stealing, then on a drop third strike, Mason Henry could have gone. He just didn't make it to first in time. Coming out of the first inning, Pleasant Grove in the lead, 3-0. Amazing start for the Vikings, as we have seen in multiple other games that they have played. Having this early lead really brings out the best of the team, gives them great morale, and just boosting the team in every way possible. And we have seen that in previous games, as Pleasant Grove has won by mercy rule in multiple games. In 2 games, as well as the Red Rock tournament. Nope, just 2 games, I lied. As we did mercy rule Farmington in the first game, 10-0. And then, who was it in the Red Rock tournament? It was Taylorsville. Okay. Up to bat first, we have number 14, Talon Bruce. That is fouled off. As we were correct, it was Taylorsville who Pleasant Grove mercy ruled in the Red Rock tournament.
And we would have probably gotten another mercy rule against Dixie if it wasn't for time, as Pleasant Grove did win that game 10-1.
Now I believe 3-1 count. 3-2, I apologize. That's fouled off, keeping him alive. That is ball 4. And Mason Henry's first walk of the night. Now up to bat, we have number 12, McCade Oritz. And first pitch, hit to the second baseman, gets around, gets one out at second, and the throw to first base not in time as R.J. Wilson, never mind, as R.J. Wilson, the second baseman, picks up the first out for Pleasant Grove. Strike number 1. Picked off at first, not in time. Picked off at first again, not in time. Check swing did not go. That is now a 1-1 count. Picked off at first again, not in time. High ball. Throw at second in time. Great throw by, I believe that is number 34, Cale Dunn behind the plate. And a cut and a miss, now at a 1-2 count.
Cale Dunn's definitely proved himself as a catcher for this team, like 100%.
And another cut and a miss, strike 3 for, I believe I forgot to say his name. Number 8, Titan Monzingo. And that brings 3 outs for the Vikings. Them in the lead coming to the bottom of the second, 3-0. up to bat first for the Vikings, we have number 6, Nash Clement. It will be followed by number 34, Kale Dunn. Shows bunt, pulls back for ball number 1. Strike number 1, now a 1-1 count.
Nash Clement straight to center field as that just gets right past the second baseman for a single for Nash Clement. Now bringing up number 34, Kale Dunn. Following Kale Dunn, going back to the top of the batting lineup for the Vikings, we'll have Nash Bennett. As Nash Clement steals and is safe. I couldn't see the umpire for the second. As Nash Clement's steal is successful. As Kale straight to left field, as that's going to bring in Nash Clement and bring Kale Dunn to second. As Nash Clement just casually jogs into home for run number 4 for the Vikings.
The Vikings off to an amazing run in these 2 innings as number 4, I believe Talon Page, comes in as a pinch runner.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 11, Nash Bennett.
Now up to bat, Nash Bennett, number 11 for the Vikings.
Talon's the fastest guy on the team.
Seat up line for the Vikings, number 4, Talon Page.
As Talon Page is on second. I believe that's the first time we've ever gotten
it
Talon
right.
and Carmen right. As that pitch is inside.
That is popped up to left field. Glasses in, hats coming off, and that is in play. Just getting past the shortstop and the left baseman, which will bring runners to third and first.
As now batting number 8, Drew Smith.
That is hit to right field, being a pop out, bringing in number 4, Talon Page, which will bring the Vikings lead up to 5.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 1, RJ Wilson.
As Nash Bennett steals, and now Nash Bennett in a pickle. as Nash trying to run back to first before he throws in is going to get out number 2 for the Vikings as RJ Wilson. O count? Is it still? Yeah, O count. As that pitch is high for ball number 1. As that hit goes straight to the center fielder for out number 3 for the Vikings. As Pleasant Grove is up 5-0, which is, we've seen it. You talked about it a little bit, Boston. You said that when Pleasant Grove, actually, you did not say this, I don't think, but I'm going to say it. When Pleasant Grove has a lead like this, either it is so hard for the team to come back or Pleasant Grove's just unstoppable. And which we've seen in multiple games where they get a lead like this and the team rarely comes back.
Yeah.
Which we saw that only once, I believe, in the Red Rock tournament where we were up. Let me look to see who it was. As it was Arborview, where we were up, I believe, 6-1. And we pulled out Keaton Nordic. And right as we pulled out Keaton Nordic, Arborview came back. And we only won by 1. Still winning the game, but only winning by 1, 6-5. But that was the only time we've seen a team come back when Pleasant Grove has a crazy lead.
Yeah.
Now, back for the Silverhawks, number 31, Noah Beasley.
Up to bat first, we have number 31, Nolan Peasley. First pitch, ball 1.
Yeah, we leave right after. Dude, it houses 40 people.
Second pitch, cut and a miss. Third. Now a 1-2 count.
Do you know Nash Bennett? It's his family. Like just their house. It's like, no, they like go up there during the summer. It's like vacay. Nice job.
That is hit back to the pitcher for out number 1 as number 24, Mason Henry, brings it into first.
I can't imagine how big it is.
Now up to bat number 22, Easton Leavitt.
That's a hot tub.
Cut and a miss for strike number 1. Now strike number 2. Now a 1-2 count. Fouled off, still a 1-2.
As Easton Leavitt strike number 2, I believe, as a cut on a miss for, I already forgot his name. Easton Levitt. Thank you, Boston. As Easton Levitt cut on a miss for strike number 3. As that pitch is fouled back right towards us. As it's a 1-1 count now. Ball number 2 for Stein Mazingo. As that hit is fouled off for a 2-2 count. As now it's a 3-2 count for Stein Mazingo. As that pitch is getting it straight over Mason Henry and goes straight to Drew Smith for out number 3 as CJ Anderson has to scoop that one up. As Pleasant Grove in the lead 5-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd.
Now up to bat number 22, CJ Anderson, who will be followed by number 34, Brad Farr. First pitch hit left field, going foul and unable to be caught. That has popped up into center field, caught by the shortstop for out number 1.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 37, Brad Farr.
Now up to bat number 34, 37, I apologize, Brad Farr. First pitch ball. Second ball high. That is strike number 1. That is hit into center field, getting past all the fielders. Going to be a single for Bradley Farr.
Now, back for the Vikings, number 12, Noah Brady.
Now up to bat, Noah Brady, number 12 for the Vikings. Picked off at first, not in time.
As Noah Brady almost gets that right past third base, but just barely foul. As this pitcher really wants Brad Farr out, as he's checked on Brad 3 different times and checked on him twice in a row. As that pitch is outside. As that pitch is high for ball number 2, I believe. 3. 2 or 3. As it is 2. As not our stream scoreboard, but the big scoreboard, I believe it's a little bit laggy as what I've been hearing, it's broken a little bit as there's no count up there, so just gotta rely on memory, I guess. As Noah straight to center field, as that is going to be caught by the center fielder.
Now, back for the Vikings, number 24, Mason Henry.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 24, Mason Henry. As Mason's first hit is fouled back for strike number 1. As following Mason Henry, we have Nash Clement. Mason Henry takes strike number 2. 2-0 count now for Mason Henry. As that pitch outside for ball number 1. as that pitch goes straight to the pitcher as they're going to get Mason Henry out at first just barely. As out number 3 for the Vikings. Vikings still in the lead 5-0. As Boston, what have you seen from the Vikings throughout this game that you think they have done good, and what do you think they could maybe improve on a little bit?
The Vikings have had an amazing run so far, going 5-0 in the first 3 innings, starting the 4th now, as we will make a pitching change, I believe, going from number 24, Mason Hawk Henry, to number 14, Van Haney. And I've seen absolutely amazing things from Pleasant Grove. Great batting, but from someone near and dear to Zane, who has not been doing very great at batting, number 24, Mason Hawk Henry, going 0-2. And as we saw, just barely, as he was barely out at first base, almost getting that single, as he will now play first baseman and replaces Van Haney for pitcher.
As like you said, Mason Henry on first, as C.J. Anderson was playing first, and now going back to his main spot at center fielder.
Up to bat first, we have number 4, Gage Woods. Second pitch is fouled off for a 1-1 count. Third pitch hit to the second baseman, pulled over to Mason Henry for the first out. As I apologize, as R.J. Wilson at second base, couldn't see it in the heat of the moment. Now up to bat, we have number 19, Cohen Allred. First pitch is a ball. Called a ball on the second. Strike number 1. Low and away, ball 3. Now a 3-1 count. That is ball 4.
Now, batting for the overall, number 34, Bryce Montier.
Now up to bat number 34, Bryce Montier. First pitch steps away in a cut and a miss. Strike number 2.
As that pitch outside as Cale Dunn tries to get the runner out at first, but is not in time. As Van Haney checks on first, not in time. As that pitch fouled off. As runner steals to second as Drew Smith slips and cannot get there in time. As that's going to bring the runner to third and a runner to first. Oh, and the batter to first. Sorry.
Now up to bat, we have Talon Bruce, number 14 for the Vikings. Checks the runner. Cale throws directly to Drew Smith, the shortstop. Checks the runner at first. Van Haney checks the runner at first yet again. Ball 2. Whoa, and inside ball 3. As I apologize, it is 2-1. Strike 2, now a 2-2 count. That is hit. Just getting past to RJ to bring in a run. And holds the runners at second and first.
Now, batting for the Silverhawks, number 12, McKinney Ortiz.
Score is now 5-1. Pleasant Grove in the lead by 4. As time is called. Now up to bat number 12, McCade Ortiz. As the first pitch is fouled off. Now an 0-1 count. Wild pitch getting away. Now a 1-1 count, bringing the runners to third and second. Pitch getting away. Now a 2-1 count. That is hit into right field. Going back. Unable to be caught. Brings in 2 runs. As time is called, I believe bringing out Van Haney now. As that was a triple, bringing in 2 runs for the Silver Wolves. Now 5-3.
As the pitching change, Van Haney coming out and Hiram Long coming in. As now batting Titan. Oh, as my mic is way underneath me, as I didn't even realize looking at the roster. Now batting Titan Mozingo. But yeah, Mozingo. As a cut and a miss for strike number 1.
Second pitch, ball 1. Now a 1-1 count. High pitch, now a 2-1 count. Strike two, now a 2-2 count. That is fouled off to the right, still a 2-2. High pitch, now a full count. That is hit just off the first baseline, getting the second out for the Vikings. As solo out from Mason Henry, number 24. Now to bat we have Nolan Peasley, number 31. Inside ball one. Second ball low. Strike one, now a 2-1 count. Cut and a miss for strike two. Ball low, now a full count, 3-2. And a wild pitch for ball four. Now base runners on first and third for the Silver Wolves. Which will now bring up number 33, Cash Wallen.
As the Silver Wolves are doing batting changes, it looks like.
First pitch inside and low, ball 1. Checks the runner at first. Safe. Time is called. Coach Henry comes out onto the field, calls for the umpires to have a talk. As from our angle, it looks like he got him, but
It looked like he got him clearly too. Like, as umpires call him safe after still talking to each other, and Coach Henry does not like that call. As, yeah, like you said, Boston, from our angle, it looked like he got him pretty clearly.
that is fouled off. Now a 1-1 count. Believe that was called high. Now a 2-1 count. Umpire shows 3-1. Picks off the runner at first, not in time. That is popped up, going foul.
As the Silver Wolves were down 5-0 and now have cut the lead to 2. As score being Vikings 5 and Silver Wolves 3.
That will bring ball 4. Now bringing bases loaded for the Silver Wolves.
As ever since we pulled out Mason Henry from pitching, it's been chaos from the mound. As we see, Mason Henry didn't allow any runs.
Yeah.
And now it's a two-score game with bases loaded.
Now up to bat, we have number 7, Stein Monzingo. First pitch is a ball. That is hit into right center, and that gets down, bringing in 2 runs to tie the game. As that will bring runners to first and third now.
Just like that, it's tie game, 5-5.
Now up to bat, we have number 7, Gage Woods.
Um,
Now a 1-1 count. That is strike 2. Now a 1-2 count. Cut and a miss for strike 3 to end the top of the 4th in the 5-point run for the Riverton Silverwolves. Should now bring the Vikings up to bat with a tied game.
as now batting number 6, Nash Clement.
First pitch breaks in for a strike. Shows bunt, goes for it, getting down the third base line. Nash is safe at first. A successful bunt for Nash Clement down the third baseline, which will bring up Cale Dunn, number 34.
As now batting number 34, Cale Dunn.
Picked off at first, now in a pickle, out at second. Ball low. Check swing, strike 1. Fouled off right back towards us. Now a 1-2 count. That is high and outside. Ball 2. Kale Dunn gets walked. Ball 4.
Batting for the Vikings, number 11, Nash
Now
Bennett.
up to bat, Nash Bennett, number 11. First pitch, strike.
Speed up running for the Vikings, number 4, Talon Page.
As Talon Page, number 4, comes in as a pinch runner at first. Ball low. Now a 1-1 count. Inside, ball 2. Ball low, now a 3-1.
As Nash Bennett takes ball 4 to get walked. Now runners on first and second.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 8, Drew Smith.
Now batting number 8, Drew Smith.
First pitch, strike. Cutting a miss for strike 2. That is popped up to the right in foul territory. Just gets past the first baseman. Still an 0-2 count. Drew hits into the center field. Not dropping in time. Runners tag up. And that is out number 2 for the Vikings. Bringing up runners on first and third. As up to bat now we have
R.J. Wilson. R.J. Wilson takes strike number 1. Following R.J. Wilson, we have C.J. Anderson, number 22. As that hit is going to go straight to the first baseman, as that looked foul, and everyone on PG was calling it foul, as the umpires call it fair for out number 3. As I think maybe something might have been said by one of the Riverton players, as Coach Henry calls over to the Riverton coach and says, I don't know what he said, but he was walking away and he goes, no problem, I respect you, as now he's going to talk to the home plate umpire. As Hiram Long still pitching for the Vikings, as it is still tied at 5-5.
Up to bat first, we have number 19, Cohen Allred for Riverton. First pitch, check swing, called a strike. Second pitch strike as well, now an 0-2 count. Third pitch hit into center, into right field. Diving catch. Can he grab it? Yes, he can. Great diving catch there. Cut and a miss for strike one. As up to bat, we have number 34, Bryce Mountier. Wow, I can't speak. Mountier. Strike two. Hit to the shortstop. Number 8, Drew Smith to number 24, Mason Henry for out number 2.
Number 14, Tyler Bruce.
Now up to bat, there is number 14, Talon Bruce. First pitch, ball high. Second pitch, high as well. And out number 3 for Pleasant Grove, coming from the third baseman, Noah Brady, the third baseman, to Mason Henry, number 24, for the third out for Pleasant Grove on no hits for Riverton. Which now brings the bottom of the 5th inning still 5-5. Up to bat for Pleasant Grove, we have number 22, CJ Anderson. And coming up after CJ, we have number 37, Brad Farr. First pitch, ball low, gets away from the catcher. Second pitch fouled away on the left. Now a 1-1 count. Strike number 2. Now a 1-2 count to CJ. That is strike 3 for CJ. First out for Pleasant Grove.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 37, Brad Farr.
Now up to bat, we have number 37, Brad Farr. First pitch, cut and a miss. Second pitch outside. Check swing, called a swing. Now a 1-2 count. Cut and a miss for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down so far. 2 strikes, or 2 strikeouts. Now up to bat, we have Noah Brady, number 12, up for Pleasant Grove. First pitch strike. Second pitch, cut and a miss. Now a 1-2 count. That is fouled off the third baseline. It is ball low. Now a 2-2 count. That is hit into center field and gets past the fielder. Brings in a double for Noah Brady, number 12.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 24, Mason Henry.
That is now batting number 24, Mason Henry.
First pitch going
Mason.
left, gone!
Mason Henry!
Absolutely hammered by Mason Henry. Let's take a replay. First pitch absolutely smashed into left.
Mason Henry!
2-run home run brings 7-5 for Pleasant Grove. And time is called for Riverton as the head coach comes out to talk to the pitcher as they will make a pitching change. Now pitching for Riverton, we have number 12, McCade Ortiz. Up to bat now, we have number 6, Nash Clement for the Vikings, who will be followed by number 34, Cale Dunn.
As Pleasant Grove now has the lead back 7-5.
First pitch gets away from the catcher as the umpire comes up to the pitcher, give him
the ball.
Give him the ball and possibly say something as well. I don't think I've ever seen an umpire run up to the mound like that.
It didn't even look like he said anything.
It is ball 2. Strike 1. Now a 2-1 count. Inside ball 3. That is strike 2. Now a full count. Ball low and ball 4. Now up to bat, we have Cale Dunn, number 34. First pitch fouled back. An 0-1 count. Checks at first, not in time. Pitch outside. Strike number 2.
They said court, or I'm here for Caden. Thanks, kiddo.
That is the ball low. Checks at first again, not in time. That is fouled off to the right. That is an error by the shortstop,
Foul back for the Vikings. Number 11, Mitch Bennett.
allowing for a single. Now runners on first and second.
Bro, you don't. Oh.
Now up to bat, we have number 11, Nash Bennett. First pitch gets away. Starts with a 1-0 count.
Vikings, number 5, Slater Scow.
As Slater Scow, number 5, comes in as a pinch runner at first. Now a 2-0 count. Strike 1. Cut and a miss. Now a 2-2 count. Cut and a miss for strike 3, and that will end out the Vikings batting. Which will now bring the top of the 6th inning, the Vikings in the lead, 7-5.
As that pitch straight to left field, as that is gone. Home run. Oh my goodness. As a replay on the screen, as the first pitch is a home run. Bro did exactly what Mason Henry just did. As now score being 6-7. As now a one-score game. As ball number 1. Ball number 2 for Titan Mozingo, sorry. As that straight to right field to give Titan Mozingo a single. As strike number 1 for Nolan Peasley. As, sorry if the scoreboard's a little behind, Boston Harding had to leave, so I'm commentating while doing scoreboard at the same time. As that pitch is going to go straight to Noah Brady. Noah Brady to R.J. Wilson, and R.J. Wilson does not throw it to Mason Henry. As now batting for the Silver Wolves, number 22, Easton Levitt. As Hiram Long steps off. Easton Levitt takes ball number 1 for an 0-1 count. As that pitch is going to get straight past Mason Henry, but RJ Wilson is there to make the save to make it so the runner can't advance any farther. As that pitch from Hiram Long hits number 7, Stein Mozingo, right in the helmet. As the pitching today from Pleasant Grove has not been the best compared to other games that we have seen. That hit getting right past the shortstop, Drew Smith, as that is going to bring in 2 runs. As that pitch gets right past Kildonan, bringing the runner from first to second and second to third as, oh my goodness, just crazy play after crazy play after crazy play. As they're going to take out Hiram Long. And they're going to bring in Maddox Webb. I believe it's Maddox Webb. Yes, number 10, Maddox Webb. As just like that, Riverton now has the lead by 1, 8-7. As now batting for Riverton, number 19, Cohen Allred. One-two count now for Cohen. Cohen shows bunt and decides not to pull away as they are not going to get the runner. As Cale Dunn cannot get there in time to let Riverton score once again. As Riverton now in the lead 9-7. As an 0-1 count now, I believe. As I was trying to fix the scoreboard as that pitch is fouled off for strike number 2. That pitch outside for ball number 1. As Noah Brady comes over to talk to Maddox Webb. As that was not ball number 1, as that was ball number 4. I'm sorry. As that is going to get a runner to first. Now runners on first and third. As that pitch just gets away from Kel Dunn and puts up the first base runner to second. As 0-1 count now. Strike number 1 for number 34, Bryce Mountier. Pitch low and outside for ball number 2. As that pitch is fouled back for strike number 2. 2-2 count now for Bryce Mountier. As Noah Brady's going to make the throw to Mason Henry to get the batter out at first. As that pitch is high for ball number 1. Pitch strike number 2. As batting is Talon Bruce. Cut on a miss for Bruce. Strike number 2. As that pitch drops right into CJ Anderson's glove for out number 3. As Maddox Webb having a pretty good time pitching for his first appearance today. As going into the bottom of the 6th, Pleasant Grove down by 2, 9-7. As now batting for the Vikings, number 8, Drew Smith. As that is popped up to the shortstop for out number 1.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 1, RJ Wilson.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 1, the second baseman, RJ Wilson. As RJ Wilson takes strike number 1. As I apologize, the scoreboard said 9 for Riverton, and it is 8, so they're only up 1. As that hit going straight, straight to left field, as I thought that was gone, as that's going to give, as RJ is safe at third for the triple. RJ Wilson with an amazing hit. Totally honest, I thought that was gone. Now batting for the Vikings, number 22, CJ Anderson. Pitch inside for ball number 1 for CJ Anderson. CJ Anderson cut on a miss for strike number 1. As that hit straight to center field, bringing in RJ Wilson, giving CJ Anderson a single.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 37, Brad Ford.
As I apologize, as the stream is frozen and I believe our camera might have died. So, gonna have to do this radio style. As batting right now, Noah Brady. On first, we have Brad Farr. And on second, we have CJ Anderson. As Noah Brady gets walked to make bases loaded. As now batting for the Vikings, number 24, Mason Henry. Mason Henry coming off of a home run, which, you know, has got to be great motivation for him as coming on to bat. As coach calls time for Riverton to come talk to the pitcher and the catcher. As Mason Henry takes ball. Mason Henry getting right over the shortstop as that's going to bring in CJ Anderson and Brad Farr and bring Noah Brady to third and Mason Henry to second, bringing in 2 runs.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 6, Nash Clement.
As now batting for the Vikings, number 6, Nash Clement. As score 10-9, Vikings in the lead by 1. As the umpire brings the ball to the pitcher once again, as I feel like I've never seen that before. Normally it's the catcher throwing it to his pitcher, as the shortstop's gonna go and take the easy out at first base and get Nash Clement out.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 34, Kale Dodge.
As the shortstop looked for a second and thought about throwing it home, but Noah Brady decided not to risk anything and stay at third. As now batting number 34, Kale Dunn. Kale Dunn straight to left field, getting right past the third base as it's still fair, bringing in Noah Brady and Mason Henry and putting Kale Dunn at second, making the score 12-9.
Now, batting for the Vikings, number 11, Nash Bennett.
As now batting number 11, Nash Bennett. As pitching change now. Oh, whoa, never mind. I don't know why I said pitching change as Slater Scow is now the designated runner at second, taking over for Kale Dunn. Nash Bennett takes strike number one. As Nash Bennett right to the first baseman for out number 3. Going in.
The score is Vikings 12, Silverwolves 9.
As Pleasant Grove having a lead 12-9 going into the top of the 7th. Now batting for the Silverwolves, number 12, McCade Ortiz. McCade Ortiz takes ball number 1. As strike number 1 now for McCade Ortiz. 1-2 count now. As that pitch straight to left field, as that is gone for a home run from McCade Ortiz. Making it only a 1-point game. Or a 2-point game, I believe. As 12-10 now. As when, I don't know if it's just a home runner for when someone scores the dugout for the Silver Wolves, they have a mini hoop and they like dunk on it every time someone scores. As now batting for the Silver Wolves, number 8, Titan Mozingo, as he is in a 1-1 count. Cut on a miss for Titan, as he was not in a 1-1 count. I apologize, as strike number 3, as Maddox Webb only needs 2 more outs to end this game if the Silver Wolves do not score. As now batting for the Silver Wolves, number 31, Nolan Peasley, as he just had a cut on a miss for strike number 1. Pitch outside for ball 1. As that pitch way high for ball number 2. As cut on a miss for Noah Peasley. As cut on a miss for strike number 3. One more out for Maddox Webb, and this game is over. As now batting number 22, Easton Levitt. Easton Levitt takes strike number 1, as score being 12-10. Easton Levitt takes ball number 1, 1-1 count now. As Easton Levitt takes ball. As time is called. Pitches outside for ball number 3. 3-2 count now for Easton Levitt. As that hit's gonna go straight to Drew Smith, as Drew Smith has to make the long throw but cannot get that throw far enough or in time to Mason Henry. As that is gonna put Easton Levitt on first base, as there's gonna be a designated hitter or designated a runner for Easton Levitt. Now running for Easton Levitt is Judson Staffer, number 3. As now batting number 7, Stein Mozingo, as the first pitch to Stein. He has to move out of the way not to get hit. As 0-1 count. Cut on a miss for strike number 1. 1-1 count. As Maddox Webb needs to make something happen here. As the home The home umpire relies on the other umpire to make the call as that is a ball, as Maddox Webb's used to make something happen if as strike number 2, but if Stein Mozingo were to hit a home run here, it's tied game. And we'll go into the bottom of the 7th, where Pleasant Grove would have the chance to win the game or send it into extra innings. As that pitch is low for ball. Three-two count for Stein Mozingo. Maddox Webb steps off. As strike 3 for Pleasant Grove, as that is going to end the game 12-9. As, oh my goodness, this game has been such a roller coaster, as I believe there was 4 home runs this game, as this game was super close, and it was just one team had the lead, the other team had the lead. Like, it was just back and forth the entire time, as the final score being 12-10, Vikings taking the lead. As for the final time today, I am Zen Grothy. I was joined by Boston Harding, but he had to leave. So I'm Zen Grothy, joined from the previous of the game by Boston Harding. As we will see you, let me look when the next game is, as I don't have it memorized. As the next game is April 8th, Tuesday, against Skyridge at 3:30. So we will see you then. And I'm Zane Grothy signing off.